Hello and welcome to week 5, workout 10 of 8 weeks to strong and calm. Today's workout is a whole body workout, building on some of the principles that we've developed over the last couple months. We'll start with our warm-up and then we'll go into our one main workout. For today's workout, it would be great for you to have some kind of a step. You can use a yoga block if you have that handy. Always makes a nice step. You can use stairs if you have them in your home or outside. Going up to the second level of the stair will make this set even more challenging if you need to make it harder for yourself, or if you have any other type of bench or stool that you would like to use. Know that the higher the bench or stool, the more challenging the exercise will be for you. All right, and then you can do most of these exercises with body weight if they're new movements for you. If you are building up here, you can utilize dumbbells or a resistance band. Either type of resistance band will work. I've also got a plate here to demonstrate one of the exercises. You don't necessarily need a plate. I can do the same thing with a weight, and if you do want to just do mobility, you can grab actually a dinner plate and do this exercise over the head for mobility rather than utilizing extra weight there. So let's go ahead and get started. Coming down to our cat and cows. On an inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale to round the back. And then we can repeat this a few more times. All right, from here, I'm going to come into T-spine twists. So working on my thoracic spine mobility, taking one hand to the back of my head. You can stay in this figure 4 shape, or you can sit the hips a little bit closer to the heels. On an inhale, roll the heart open. I'm not just pushing the head into the hand, or the hand into the head, but I'm using both to press into each other to really open up my chest, feeling a rotation through the middle of my spine, and then as I exhale, rounding. Good. We'll go ahead and do 4 on each side today. 2, 3, 4, and switch. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, then I'm going to come onto my back. I'm going to open up my hips by windshield wipering my knees side to side here. And then I'll bring my feet together and drop the knees side to side to open up my low back. Nice. All right. And coming into a kneeling psoas stretch. Step 1 foot forward. Feel free to pad the back knee. As the hips shift forward gently, the back leg, that same side arm, is going to reach up and gently over. Nice. And you might do this dynamically, a few rounds. 4. Our magic number for our workout today is 8. Doing 8 repetitions of our exercise. And then if you feel like you need any foam rolling, feel free to take a moment and roll the areas of your body, maybe your calves, quads, hips, anything that feels tight for you. As we move into the main part of our workout, feel free to do very lightweight around the first round as a warm-up round if you would like to continue warming up. You can also add in some more warm-up exercises if you feel like the body's not quite there yet, and then we'll meet you when you're ready. The main part of our workout contains 5 exercises today. We're going to do a combination exercise, squat, lunge, a thrust squat, which is kind of like a part of a burpee, and then our renegade row, our side step up, our Spider-Man press or Spider-Man push-up, and then our around the world weight exercise. So starting with our squat to lunge to burpee or partial burpee, our squat thrust. There's several ways that you can do this. Forward lunges are a little bit more challenging than reverse lunges, so just to note that for yourself. You can always add in weight here. Starting with a squat, we want to anchor the feet down, gently push the thighs out, come into a squat. As you inhale, rise. Then lunging forward, remember either forward lunge or reverse lunge. Lunge forward, one leg, switch legs, lunge back. And then here, bring the hands down to the ground and either hop or step the feet back, step the feet forward or hop forward, and then come back up to stand. So that's 1. We'll do 8 rounds of the squat to lunge to partial burpee and repeat. So begin. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And stand. 1. If you would like to make this even more challenging for yourself, feel free to lunge up to a bench. And when you're coming back into your step backs or your jump backs, you can make it a little bit easier on yourself if you place your hands on an elevated surface and then hop or step back and then hop or step forward as you come up. So, 8 rounds. Squat, lunge, lunge, jump or step, squat, lunge, lunge. Good. 2. Squat, lunge, lunge. 3. Good exercise for the brain. Lunge, lunge. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. Moving on to our second exercise, the renegade row. In our last workout, we worked on the high row or the wide elbow row. Today's renegade row, we're going to do more like a mid row, so turning the palms gently towards each other and then pulling back like this, wrapping the elbows around the back, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. So on this one, if you elevate the body, the exercise will be a little bit easier. So if I want to, I can do this at a wall, utilizing a resistance band, coming into a plank position, and then one at a time, row and row. If I choose to take this lower, I could still use a resistance band on an elevated surface here. Or I can come down to the ground with dumbbells. Coming into a plank on the knees or on the toes. The more that the hips move forward, more into a plank position, the more challenging it's going to be. And then row. Row. So 8 on each side. Picking your poison. Let's see, I'll start like 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Nice. Great. That's the second exercise. Third one is our side step-ups or our lateral step-ups. So again, the higher the thing we're stepping on, the more challenging it's going to be. We want to think about this like a squat. So as I step up on the bench, I'm not going to lead with my knee, but I'm going to shift my hip over, drive, especially through the heel, but the whole foot, and then come to stand. Okay? I feel my whole hip, my whole leg really being the thing to lift me up. Then control it as much as you can on the way down. And it's okay if you don't step straight out to the side. You might step a little bit back, and that's totally fine. If you would like to make this more challenging for yourself, I'm going to invite you to take a hold. So this is a front raise hold. And we keep the hands right out in front as we do our sets here. 1, and then 2. So completing 8 on each side, choosing your variation of choice. I'm going to scoot this a little bit more to the middle, make sure it's even, sturdy, and then here, shift and step. 8, slow, 7, 6, 5, 4, really trying to use my outer hip, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Switching sides. Another thing to note here is where the knee is in space. Making sure that the shin is pretty vertical here as I step up and drive through. 8, shift, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. All right, moving into our Spider-Man presses. So if you'd like to do the push-ups at the wall or at an elevated surface, this can easily be done with the Spider-Man push-ups. As I lower down into the push-up, I'm going to drive one knee to the side and then press back and alternate each time. So at the wall, it would look like this, coming into your plank position. Lower down. Oh, as I lower down, knee towards elbow, knee towards elbow. Okay. If I want to come down onto the ground, onto an elevated surface or onto the ground here, you can do the knees or the toes. And as I lower into my push-up, knee towards elbow, knee towards elbow. Okay. You can also do this from a plank position, or any combination thereof. So the lower I get to the ground, the more challenging it's going to be. I'll do my first round on my elevated surface from my knees. Total of 8. Take a deep breath in. Good. Exhale. Inhale. Lower. Exhale, press. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spider-Man press. Nice. And then our last one here is around the world. This one can be done standing. This can also be done kneeling. I briefly showed you. This is traditionally done with a large weight plate, and it's more for mobility. It's a core exercise as well. But as we're here, we're going to draw a circle over the head and then come back to center, bracing ourselves with our core and then reversing directions. Remember, you can do this with no weight, just working on that mobility, or you might increase your weight. This can also be done with a kettlebell in the same fashion. So let's go to 8. 4 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 8. Cool. If that was really easy for you and you want to up the weight or make any of those variations more challenging for you, awesome. Yeah. We finished the first round and then we'll move on to round 2. I'm going to do 2 rounds with you today. If you would like to continue with a 3rd or 4th round after we're done, feel free to pause, do it on your own, or rewind and join me again for a second time. All right. Coming into our squat, lunge to squat thrust or partial burpee. All right. I'm going to make this one a little bit more challenging on myself today. And so here, coming into my squat. All right, then I'm going to lunge forward. Hands down. Step or hop. And up. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. Halfway. 3. 2. 1. Yeah! Renegade row. I think I'll demonstrate with the band next. Get those out of your view. All right. So here, if I'm using my band, I grab on in such a way that it is a challenging resistance for you. Doable, but challenging at 8. And any plank position you choose. 8. 8. 7. 7. 6. 6. 5. 5. 4. 4. 3, 3, 2, 2, 1, and 1. Woo! All right. Side step ups. Make sure your step is good and sturdy. Again, feel free to have weights by your side as you do this, or if you'd like to try a front raise hold. Relax the neck and shoulders, and then execute. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Switch sides. Eight, 7, shift, step, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Whew. All right, the Spider-Man press. Pick your poison. These are so hard. Whew. Going to 8. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Around the world, kneeling, sitting, standing. Grab your weight of choice. And 8, 7. Brace the spine, drawing belly button in. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! All right. So that was 2 rounds of that main part of our workout. Feel free to pause and continue 2 more if you're feeling up to it. If you need a short workout today, or that has you pretty good, feel free to move on with me. Next, we have our finishers. Today's finishers are going to be the skipper skis. So we have one elevated surface. So it doesn't have to be like a stool or anything. It could really be anything that you want. I can use solid object here as I go side to side. Does not have to be a bench. But here, I'm going to keep one foot always hovering right over the top. And then we're going to set our timer for 45 seconds as we go up and over. So skipper skis here and here. Cool. So go ahead and grab your timer, and I'll see you in a second. Skis. 45 seconds. And go. Tap, 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 tap. And then look up and out. Belly button towards the spine. Keep your chest broad. And see if you can pick up your pace a little. Watch out for hazards. Ten seconds. 5, 5, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Give yourself a hand. So if you'd like to join me, I'll do 2 more rounds with you. Set your timer. Feel free to take a water break. Feel free to take a little stretch between sets. And then our goal with these finishers is to keep our heart rate up pretty high. So try not to give yourself as much of a rest as you would between the sets that we do of the main part of our workout. As soon as you're ready, set your timer. 3, 2, 1, and go. So you can take these around in a circle. Easier to do when you're on a smaller surface. Uses the brain. Back to center. 2, 1. Woo! High five! Whew. Take a moment. Catch your breath. Feel good. And then as soon as you're ready, you have your option to stop or keep going. 3, 2, 1, and go. As soon as I get my patterning down, I'm going to see if I can take it around. Maybe the other way. That's good for you. Using the brain. And back. Woo! Ah, nice job. And we're done with our finishers. Great job. So now we have an opportunity to stretch. If you'd like, you can set a timer for about 30 seconds on each side. I'm going to take about 6 full breaths on each side, starting with my calf stretches. I'm going to try and step off my bench just a little bit. When I have my back legs straight, I'm stretching through the gastroc, one of the muscles of the calf there. Slowing the breath. Great job. Moving from sympathetic to parasympathetic. All right, then switch sides. And try and relax the shoulders and the jaw. See how the body is doing here. Good. If one side's a lot tighter, feel free to linger there. And when you're ready, we'll switch back to the first side. And then this time we're going to bend that back knee. So it's always kind of hard to get that stretch. There we go. But it should feel different. This is getting more into the soleus muscle of the calf with that back knee bent. Good. Switching sides. Adjust yourself. About 6 breaths. All right. And from here, I'm going to come onto my knees. I really like this stretch. My elbows, sometimes I have them on the foam roller here, shifting back. Nice stretch through the middle of the spine, dropping the heart. And as we come up here, feel free to foam roll if you like. Quads, hips, the low back can all be great places to foam roll. I'm going to come onto my back and take a figure 4 stretch. I did a lot of work on the glutes today, so here. Notice where you're feeling the sensation and breathe into that space. And observe what the rest of the body is doing. So even though in our lying figure 4 here, we're really working on opening up the outer hip, still maintain a sense of awareness of what the muscles of the face are doing, the neck and the shoulders. If they're tight or talking to you, always feel free to add those into your cool down. Then releasing. I'm going to hug just one leg in and then pull it across the body, coming into a twist. Good. Switching sides. And keep breathing. Maybe even allowing the sides of the mouth to softly curl up towards a smile. You did it, you made it. Nice. And then when you're ready, you can come into Shavasana. Oftentimes, if I feel like I have to go right into something after I work out, I might save some of the stretches to do a little bit later in the day, taking my 5-minute breaks, my 10-minute breaks here and there, and just adding in some more mobility. But always give yourself a moment to just appreciate what you just did before rushing off. If it means you need to just come right into Shavasana, then try and do that for yourself. Just feel the weight of the body. Let the heart rate come down before you transition. And try and feel within. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like, and then when you're ready, you might take a big stretch, arms overhead, or grabbing opposite elbows. And then the knees can come in, rolling to one side and pressing yourself up to a seat. Thank you for being here today, friends. Such a pleasure to practice with you. I hope that you enjoyed this workout, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Bye.